Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we're trying Jeffree Star's Blue Blood palette. We're starting today with Tarte's Double Duty Beauty First Step Prep. We're gently spreading it over the face. Next, I'm taking Becca's Ultimate Coverage 24-Hour Foundation in the shade Buff. I'm going to use a makeup sponge to gently apply it to the face by patting it all around. For concealer, I'm using Naked Skin Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer by Urban Decay in the shade Fair Warm. To prime my eyes, I'm using a MAC paint pot in the shade Soft Ochre. I'm applying it with a makeup sponge. I'm going to set my eyes and my concealer with the Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Setting Powder. For my contour, I'm using Makeup Revolution Ultra Brow Palette. I like the powder shades for light contouring. I'm going to apply this product with the Real Techniques sculpting brush. I'm also using an e.l.f. fan brush down the sides of my nose to contour there without getting it too dark. Next, I'm taking my Tarte Blush and Bronzer palette from their holiday collection. I'm going to use the shade Tan Lines on my forehead and under my chin. I use the shimmery shade Sandy Cheeks on my cheekbones. I apply these both with the Real Techniques blush brush. Back to the brow palette, I'm using the light pink lavender highlight and applying with the e.l.f. highlighting brush. For blush, I'm back to the Tarte palette, and I use the shade Flamingo, which I applied generously with an angled blush brush. Okay, here we go. Let's whip out that Blue Blood palette. I'm so excited to try it out. I'm going to start with the shade Wealthy, and using a flat, fluffy brush, I'm just going to apply that over the lids. Next, I'm taking a rounded crease brush, and I'm blending the shade Blue Blood into the crease in a windshield wiper motion, starting at the outer end of the crease. I start to add the shade I'm Cold to the crease in the same motion. I darken it up a little with the shade Power on the outer corners of the crease. These blue shades are somewhat difficult to blend. Just stick with it and keep windshield wipering it out. Next, I use that same concealer from earlier and just cover the lid to provide a base to really make the shadows pop. Using a flat shadow brush, I'm going to pat the shade Mint Tea onto the lid. Whoa, look at that color. I'm shocked by the pigment. Here, I'm using that same flat brush to pat the shade Cullinan into the inner corners of my eye. I take a soft, dry brush to blend the shades together. Next, I'm using a small, dense brush to scrub the shade Priceless into my lower lash line. Then I take an angled liner brush to line the bottom of my eye with the shade Cremated. Now I'm taking a small, dense, rounded brush to line the inner corners of my eye with the shade Crystal Flesh. Using a wide, fluffy shadow brush, I clean up around the eye with the shade Wealthy, then fill in the inner corners with the shade Cullinan to shine it up a little. Next, I use an off-white Revlon eye pencil to line the bottom waterline and the inner corner to brighten up the eye and make it look more open. I also use this around my lips to plump them up a little. Now I'm using L'Oreal's Unbelievabrow in the shade Brunette 570 with the angled brush that it comes with to shape my brows and fill them in. I also use the spool to brush the product in an upward motion for a natural feathery effect. I'm finishing my brows with my favorite brow product. It's from Essence and it's called Make Me Brow in the shade 03 Soft Brownie Brows. This product is amazing and it only cost $2.99 at Ulta. Now I'm cleaning up my brows a little with the light concealer cream from the brow palette shown earlier. I pop on some lashes off camera. Then I start lining the eyes with the e.l.f. liquid liner in the shade Jet Black. I'm not adding a wing here for this look. I'm whipping out my trusty Revlon eyelash curler. I never ever do my makeup without this. For mascara, today we're using Urban Decay's Troublemaker Mascara. This stuff does not smudge or budge, but it has this terrible chemical smell that really lasts for a couple hours. I'm locking it all in with Urban Decay's Naked Cherry Setting Spray. I'm finishing the look with NYX Lip Lingerie in the shade French Maid. I hope you enjoyed this look. I'm leaving my final thoughts on the palette in the description below.